Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel as always. I'm Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review, because I love some freaking Transformers. Man, I'm excited today. Finally get to combine. This is the Craftsman Toys Tactilord. This is their Legend Scale Computron. So I've done videos for reviews for all these. Also did the transformations into combined mode. If you want to go check that out, I'll put everything in the description and everything. So we'll take a quick look. Only things you really need left is these little shoulder things that I showed you with Strafe and Lightspeed. These will go over whenever you connect the arms and make them secure. And you do have his gun, which is nicely done. I like that. And you got one face plate, the Gur face. Okay, I'll switch that out for you and everything. But we'll take a quick look at, here's nose cone. Here's how he's supposed to be. Looks good. And here's Lightspeed in leg mode. And then we got the two arms. There's Afterburner, I think that's his name. Very nice. You don't have to put the weapons on if you don't want to. Hopefully they'll stay on during combine mode, but you don't have to. I just like them on there. It looks pretty cool. And here's Strafe. Everything. And we'll take a look at Scattershot too as well. Like I said, they don't do the same thing what Magic Square did, where they have the parts forming, all of it. This does have parts forming, the legs and the weights and everything, but not the whole part where you just put in the like Scattershot or Minosaur into the thing. So you do have a little bit of a backpack and everything. So it's not terrible, but it's there and everything. So pretty cool. All right, so we'll combine them real quick. I'll do the legs, I think. So what you do is you bend these, which is really cool. I like the way they did this. And then you just slide this forward. All right, slide as far as you can. And you can push it a little more too if you need to. And same thing with nose cone. Now his thing right there moves a little bit, so you may have to hold that in right there like that, because the head and everything. Well, let's try that again. See, you may have to hold because that right there. All right. All right, come on. Work with me. There we go. And then bend that right there. And there you go. I'm going to move the camera up so we can do the arms real quick. Be right back. All right, so let's put the arms on. So what you're going to do, you're going to take these. You're just going to slide these down right here. Like that. Press it down as good as you can. And like I said, you take this little piece right here, and this is going to go over that. It's going to kind of snap in there. And that's going to lock that into place, which is really cool. I like that. You can take Strafe. Oh, what the cool thing is, you can use either side. Like I said, I'm just going by what the picture and the instructions are. You can have him on this side, Strafe on this side. Same thing with the legs. You can switch them up however you want to, display them and everything. I think that's a pretty cool option. So, but I'm just doing it by what the picture has in the instructions, and they have Strafe over here. So, let's see. Need to turn this a little bit, a little squeaky squeak. He does have some Fans Toy squeaks. And push that down like that. And then, once again, take this piece. And you're gonna hear a little snap in there, everything. Make sure that's locked in. And there you go. There is Computron put together. Let me clean them up a little bit, and then we'll go over articulation and look at this awesome thing, man. It looks pretty good, man. All right, let's go. Alrighty, back from combining Computron or what do they call him? Tactilord, I think. It's Computron, but man, I think he looks really good. Now, he is heavy stylized, just like I said, every time I mention these guys, they remind me of Iron Factory. But yeah, stylization, out the woozah. But the woozah, is that even a word? But anyways, it looks good. I really do like it. A little spinneroonie. Now, he does have a lot, being stylized, he does have stuff, this will come into play when articulation comes, when I'll tell you about that. You know, you do got this stuff right here, this stuff. So he does got a lot of stuff hanging off of the single bots and everything. You know, you got the nose cone just sticking out there like this. You know, so, but I think it looks really good. The colors are great together. You got this maroon, you got the kind of a copper, kind of a brown, a lot of whites and everything. So a lot of, you know, dark colors. Love the head sculpt, love the translucent visor, looks good. Got the orange for the face, got the duck lips. Yeah, he's sexy. He's sexy and he knows it. But yeah, it looks really nice. And someone mentioned on my review for the Lightspeed and Strafe that Lightspeed is probably one of the boringest one out of them, because he doesn't look like the other ones, especially in car mode. You know, in alt mode, he just kind of, you know, just a car. And then you got the other, you know, you got this, you got this, you got this, and you got Scattershot. They just look a whole lot different, and he kind of looks, you know, left out of the, you know, crowd and everything. But once again, I think it does look really good. So, like I said with articulation, so the joints are really, really tight, especially around the arms and everything. They are really tight. So when you're trying to articulate this guy, stuff is going to come on tab, like this stuff right here, some of the stuff right here. You know, this has moved on me a couple of times right here. The doors on Lightspeed and everything. So the tolerances are really, really tight. But as far as the head, it looks really good. Like I said, you can look down quite a bit. You look up quite a bit. It's on a ball peg. I like that. All the way around. And you got an attitude. And the ears do move out a little bit if you want to. But I usually just keep them in like that. But very nice. All right. So with the arms. So they got like a joint right here. And on the body itself. So you can get, move it a little around. You can get kind of the, you know, that way. The tire is going to bump into that. But if you use Lightspeed, you can get the full 90, just about. So that's pretty good. Very nice. Like I said, tolerances right here are really tight. You got the squeaky, and see that's going to come on tab right there. So yeah, just keep in mind whenever you're trying to articulate him, the joints are really tight. So you can go all the way around, which is good. No butterfly. Would have been cool for a butterfly, but you don't get any butterfly. Like I said that. So you get about, once again, these come, you know, in the way a little bit. So you get about 90 degrees for the elbow bend, which is nice. Same for him as well. You do get a bicep swivel. Saying you got to move this out of the way a little bit because this gets in the way. So you do get a bicep swivel. It's squeaky too as well. You do got swivel at the elbow too as well. So that's very nice. All right, for the hand movement, you do got a swivel. Once again, squeaky, squeaky. Got a little bit in and out, which is nice. The thumb is on a ball peg at the joint right here at the base. And you got a bend at the knuckle. With each finger, you do have a little, you can spray them out a little bit like that. You do got a bend, one right here, one, so there's 3 bends. So you get nice articulation with that. That's very good. You do got a slot in here for the gun on either side, which I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so kind of move these out of the way because his armpits are on fire. So you do get a waist swivel. No ab crunch. No ab crunch at all. That would have been cool to get an ab crunch. Flip these out. So these are held by tension. So you get a full Van Damme. If you want to do the full Van Damme, that's nice. I like that. And see that comes tabbed, untabbed quite a bit. And it is strong too as well. So very nice. Now you do got ratchets for the legs. So you get kicked up to there. I think do you have a drop down? No, it's no drop down. So you get back there. So very nice with that. Thigh swivel. You do have a nice knee bend. It's a double knee bend, but it doesn't give very much because once again, stuff gets in the way. So you get that. Let's see if I can get a deeper one. Nope, about 90 degrees. That's good. Feet, you got the, golly, look at those squeakies. That squeaky back there. You got toe tilt up and toe tilt down, just the toe. Then you got a nice rocker as well. So that's very nice. So yeah, there you go. There is articulation and the sculpt of Computron from Craftsman Toys. Very nice. All right, real quick with the accessories. Like I said, he can hold the gun. Like I said, there's 2 slots, you know, 1 slot over here, 1 slot in the hand, just tab it in, and he holds it really good. It's very nice. And I did switch out the faceplate. All you gotta do is lift under, get a spudger or something like that, and just unpop the faceplate, and you get the Grr face. So very nice. So there he is with his accessories. All right. Once again, as unfortunately I don't have my other Legend scale combiners out to do some scale comparisons. I really wish I did. Like I said, I'm in the process of moving, getting all my stuff and everything. But here is Kane Toys. That's a Exedal. That's an MP scale Insecticon. You got Lifeline. You got a Legend scale New Age 6-shot. You got Dr. Woo Woo Woo, Alpha Trion, and Treads. And then you got my wallet for some scale. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on this is Craftsman Toys Tactilord. This is their Legend Scale Computron, the Technobots. So, overall, I really like him. I like the way he looks. Like I said, very stylized. I think the Technobots are stylized, and I think that looks pretty good. Now, the main issues I have with him combined is the tolerances are really tight, especially around the shoulders. So whenever you're trying to, manipulate him and trying to pose him and everything, stuff might come on tab, like, some of the arms on, on the single bots, the nose cone moves quite a bit whenever you're trying to, move the legs and everything. So just be wary of that. It's not a big issue if you just, put them on your shelf and just pose them. But if you like to, take them down and mess around with them and everything, it might, come, undone quite a bit. So it might get a little frustrating a little bit. But overall, that's just not, it's not a big problem, but I just wanted to point it out. But other than that, yeah, he's fun. I mean, the articulation, it is a little lacking, no ab crunch, no butterflies or anything like that, but it's pretty cool to get that. But so, the articulations, it's fine. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. But I got him some good poses, and you can do that and everything. Color-wise, the paint is very nice. Like I said, I love all the darker tone, the brown, the maroon, the copper, all that stuff. It looks good. The silver looks really good together. I like that. The weapon is awesome. You do have a faceplate to change out if you want the Gur face, so that's pretty cool. If you can, I'm sure you could I think you could take Scattershot's gun and put it back here. And I guess you maybe could find some other places for all the guns if you want to, store them, but I just put them in the box because I'm going to leave them combined. I wish I had my other combiners out from Magic Square and from Iron Factory and stuff to do comparisons. Can't wait to get them all together. They're going to look freaking awesome together. Like I said, I wish they were doing more Legend scale stuff. I hope they do, like Abominus and the Terracons. That would be pretty cool to go with them. I thought that's what they were going to do after him, and I just hope they do make some more combiners. I wouldn't mind if they did single bots too as well, because it's a really good, really well built. I love that they put the little shoulder things to keep the arms, secure. That's really cool. I love how you put on the legs. They're secure as well, so it's a very secure bot. So I do highly recommend him. He's freaking awesome. Like I said, I want some more from Craftsman Toys. I really hope we get some more Legend stuff. So I hope you might like my review. Hit me with some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. And hit me some comments. Tell me your thought of the review. What do you think of the Computron? I think he's pretty good. I'm excited. I really hope we get some more Legend stuff, man. I want New Age to finish. I want them to start a new combiner. I want Magic Square to start a new combiner and everything. Well, New Age has got, I guess you want to count the Dinobots, I guess. They got their combiner coming in. But I want to see Minosaur. I would love they showed off Breakdown like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. So I really love to see that. But like I said, I want to see some like Piranacon. What else? I want to see a Defensor. I know X-Transbot started one a long time ago. They give us Streetwise and hadn't seen anything since. I was hoping Magic Square does Defensor. So we get mostly all of the combiners will be, out there for Legend scale. That'd be pretty cool. So I already said that. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok and go to Show Z. That's where I got all these guys. At the top, hit Deluxe 32. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate that. If you want to join and be a member, hit the join button. So I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Man, hell freaking Transformers and hell freaking Legend scale, man. I love me some combiners from Legends, man. And man, Craftsman Toys, you did a great job, man. I think it looks really, really freaking awesome. Awesome. Let's go. Doom, doom, doom. I love playing on the floor. Man, I got a new floor. Man, I can't wait to get it. I got stuff in the behind. I know you can't see it. I don't know why I'm pointing to it, but I got some stuff out. Got to get all my stuff from my storage unit so I can start putting out some stuff and everything. So I'm really excited for that. Give me some new shelves and all that. Nice. Man, just a great time, man. Good time. Good night, folks.